Well, is your pantry a hot mess? Be of good cheer. Amy Payne, our professional organizer, is here. Most of us have a messy pantry. Amy,
It
maybe not you.
happens. No, I have teenagers. It happens to everybody.
Yes, it does. It does.
It does. That's why I try to make pantry organization as simple as possible so even children can follow it and husbands.
Oh, children and husbands can follow it. That is simple,
Hopefully.
right? Well, I know what happens. We all just throw stuff in there. We think the groceries come in or we get a snack and it just becomes this jumble of family craziness.
Exactly. It's the same thing that we have. This is actually before and after of my pantry. The before is not so bad.
I started to say, I'd take the
Right.
before.
We do have pretty good systems of organization, but we actually took it from good to great, which made it a lot of fun. I finally broke out the all matching bins and did fun, fancy Pinterest type labels and stuff. So made it a lot more fun this time.
And how's that working for your tribe?
It's working really well. They're beautiful. This is my pantry right
Okay,
here.
tell us what the thinking is here. What's the philosophy?
Okay, so the idea when you get home from the grocery store is to have a home for everything before you get there. Same thing as with your house. If you don't have a home for it, you don't know where to put it, you just stuff it somewhere. Then you have chips in the back that go bad because you didn't realize you had them, you bought more,
I've done all of that.
So we do basic categories. So like this one says chips, basic categories. You just throw all your chips in one big bin. Fruit cups, things like fruit cups where they're in packaging, granola bars, snacks.
Stuff that would go in your kids' lunch typically, that kind of thing.
Kids' lunch, snacks, that sort of thing. I always open all the packaging, dump it into a bin, labeled. It's usually not.
So if they came up like six in a container.
Exactly. Dump it in there so that the kids don't open it and leave the empty boxes, right? Does that happen at other people's houses? Of course it happens. Happens at mine. So empty everything right away, put it by broad categories so that you can just dump things in. Pasta is another example. Sometimes we'll just do broad categories like the fruit cups and the chips. Other times, things like pasta, we'll actually store the noodles and the sauce and the toppings all in one. Or we'll make like a salad bin where it's got all the different things you would put in a salad except for the fresh items. Peanut butter sandwiches. We'll store the bread with the peanut butter with the jelly, if that's something that you're making on a daily basis.
You just kind of have to go with your family flow, too. Okay?
Exactly.
We know we're going to make coffee every morning. We know we're going to have cereal.
Exactly.
And all the things that go with that.
So a lot of pantries are super deep. Mine are really deep. They're like coat closet deep.
Oh, you're so lucky. Yeah.
Well, it's great, except stuff gets lost in the back. So that's why we love to put things in bins. You can slide it out, grab what you want out of the bin, put things right back into it, and you're not digging around in the way back of the pantry.
Yeah.
Canned goods are really difficult in those deep pantries, right? How do you deal with your canned goods?
Back there. The black beans are back there.
Exactly. So what I do, actually, I take my cabinets in my kitchen that are narrower, and I put the canned goods in the cabinet.
Well, that's a good idea.
Especially if your pantry has those wire shelves, because the cans are too heavy for the wire shelves.
Right.
So put those up in your cabinets. Take some of the items you would put in your cabinets and maybe store it in your pantry instead. And then we love to use little bins inside of the cabinets for things like medicine. People always ask, is it okay if I have medicine in my kitchen? Mm-hmm. Well, where do you take your medicine? If
in
you
the
take
kitchen,
it in
typically,
the kitchen,
yes.
Store
we
it in
do
the
the
kitchen.
Same thing.
It's okay. I give you permission to store your medicine in the kitchen. And then we organize it into these little bins in the cabinet again, so you can get the bin down, get out what you need, put the bin back up, and you're not knocking everything over in the back of the cabinets.
As always, simple and easy. Make us more organized every time you're here. Get you some bins, lettering, call Lasting Order if you need more major help.
Especially if you want it to look like Pinterest.
If you want it to look like Pinterest, they can make that happen. Thank you. It's good to see you.